Joined by First Assistant DA Erik Grayless. And in this segment, we're talking about all things from, crime trends, public safety, different court process topics, and different terms people hear about. But today, we're going to start with a topic that people across the nation have heard, and that's fentanyl. And Tulsa County really is no stranger to fentanyl issues, Erik.
Yeah, it's unfortunately true. Unfortunately, Tulsa County leads the state in per capita deaths from fentanyl. Since 2000, nearly 600 residents of Tulsa County have died from fentanyl. Last year, the state of Oklahoma, nearly 500 people died from fentanyl overdoses and poisoning. So it's a real problem here that sometimes kind of gets hidden.
Is it just the potency of it?
Yeah, this drug is incredibly potent. It's much stronger than a typical dose of heroin. Even 2 milligrams can be a lethal dose. Now, that's milligrams, smaller than a packet of sugar. So a couple of grains of sugar can kill someone. And we've seen that happen locally just very recently and over the course of the last several years.
You guys recently worked a case, massive load of fentanyl taken off the streets. Walk me through that.
Yeah, we recently prosecuted the case against Starla Murphy, a female from Tulsa County that had over 50 pounds of fentanyl. To give you an idea of the magnitude of that arrest and that prosecution, that was over 11 million individual dosage units of fentanyl, enough to kill many times over the state of Oklahoma if everyone had taken those dosage units. 50 pounds is a phenomenal amount of fentanyl that we're able to take off the street through the help of our police partners. That case went to trial recently, and Miss Murphy received 6 life sentences and millions of dollars worth of fine. In fact, the fine was a record amount that the Tulsa County juries gave to a defendant in Oklahoma.
You hear 6 life sentences for drugs, possession of drugs. Was the message really in that sentencing that this drug is killing people?
Yeah, and I like to say this is not about the possession of the drug. This is about the active trafficking and supplying of these drugs to other Oklahomans. A drug that is killing them and that will kill them if they continue to use it. If you are possessing fentanyl, it is dangerous to you. If you are selling fentanyl, you are killing other people. There is no question about it. The amount of overdose fentanyl deaths, either accidental or purposeful, just last year in Tulsa County was 123. That's 123 people that live in our communities, our houses, our apartment complexes that are dying because they take fentanyl.
It seems like every other week I'm reading a court case, charges that are filed against someone where a child was exposed to fentanyl, and sometimes those children die or they're born addicted to fentanyl. You guys had a case recently on that as well.
Yeah, Mr. Oswalt, we recently tried in court. It was accidentally, although it was he was guilty of doing it, even though I don't think he intended to do it. Was that a child died. An infant was exposed to fentanyl. That exposure can get in through your fingers, so if you really touch it, it can cause death. And unfortunately, the child in that case died of an accidental fentanyl poisoning, and the jury gave that defendant over 21 years for that conduct.
And we're also seeing cases in recent years where prosecutors are now charging the drug dealers with murder.
Yeah. If you are dealing fentanyl, you are killing people, period. And if we can prove that it was you and link up that you knew that those drugs were dangerous and you still supplied them, we're going to charge you with murder.
Awesome. Well, Erik, thank you so much. Such an important topic. We have a lot more topics to get to in this monthly segment. We appreciate your time, though.
Thank you, Reagan.
Awesome. Well, coming up in our next half hour, Stephen updates us on any rain chances, maybe even a snowflake in the forecast. Plus, what's next as the Supreme Court weighs state bans on transgender athletes.
President Trump issues a new warning for Iran during an interview with CBS News. I'm Natalie Brand with what he said about a possible red line leading to U.S.